This is episode number 10.
Is this 10?
I forgot to mention that at the beginning.
Off with this whole thing and like...
We're a decade old. We're a decade old. We're back. Dustin, we're back.
Bro, I feel like you said that last time. It's like, we're back, but also, we're back.
We're back. It's been a couple weeks since we have recorded a KIFCAST episode, and you know what? We're back in the KIFCAST studio. We're not on the side of a mountain anymore.
The most random but like super fun episode.
That was a crazy episode. I watched back, obviously editing that.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous. Us climbing rocks. We're just like talking crap to each other.
It's literally just like two dorks with ADD on the side of a mountain who just like, that was kind of a long one too. It wasn't even short.
Considering we set up a camera,
yeah,
pressed record, had wireless mics plugged straight into the camera and had no direction for the episode, it somehow went like 45 minutes. It was insane. There's a part where
man,
you're talking into the mic,
yeah,
and you're probably, I don't know, 30, 40 yards from me, and I'm walking the other way and we don't hear each other. We're both having like separate conversations with ourselves. And we're just like you don't understand what either of us are saying, but there's just voices happening at the same time.
See, I think doing kind of like mic'd up stuff with hockey videos and stuff like that, I kind of slip into that every once in a while. Mm-hmm. Like I'm just walking around by myself, and it's just kind of course, I'm going to say stupid stuff. And I didn't realize, like you said, that you were also just like talking at the same time.
But I was like not talking about anything. It was like, okay, all right, guys, I'm going to go make sure the camera can see bones. And then you were like, all right, guys, I'm going to get on this rock. But we were just at the same level. So none of it made sense for either of us. But yeah, welcome back to Nashville. You're actually heading back out to Denver.
Yeah. Popping back out there.
Man's a world traveler, airline worker at Major Airline.
Major Airline. Might as well use those benefits. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's about time. About time you put those things to the test. Are you used them for the first time recently to go to Montreal? Or not Montreal,
went to Toronto.
How was that?
Man, okay, I'd been to Toronto before, but that was really the first time I was able to kind of travel around the city, explore the city, everything like that. It was great. Like, I love Toronto.
It's so beautiful, man. It's such a clean, well-kept city too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you definitely get the big city feel like you would from, like a New York.
Yeah,
but like, dude, so clean. Everybody is literally so nice. Every time I met somebody, I genuinely felt like I made a friend. Like I would, go to a coffee shop and they're like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing great. How are you? And they're like, I'm great.
Yeah. Did you get anyone, did anyone say sorry?
I caught a couple stories.
Sorry. Okay, cool.
I may have thrown a couple out there too.
When in Rome.
When in Toronto.
When into Rome. Sorry.
Sorry.
Dude, heck yeah, that's awesome. How was the flight benefit thing? I think you told me, but I don't remember. How did that work for you?
Well, working for Major Airline. I gotta stop doing that too. That's it's not even funny, Dustin. All right, figure it out.
It's funny, man. Come on.
No, but like we get pass agreements with other airlines, so I was able to hop on Air Canada and just fly straight from Nashville into Toronto, which was perfect.
Is it like discounted?
I don't even know exactly how I had to pay something, but I don't know how the payments situation actually works. I don't know how it works, which is why I don't ever really use it.
Yeah.
But that was kind of a fun little trial run. Had no problems getting on the plane out there. Had no problems coming back and everything like that. Because originally the plan was to fly into Buffalo, rent a car or something like that, and just drive over, which I've done before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice.
Pop in.
Yeah.
That was a quick trip. Couple days?
Quick trip. Flew in there with some hockey gear and everything like that.
Oh, man.
Quick couple days. Quick little weekend trip with our buddy Kaz. And
yep. There it is. The reference, the Kaz reference
it's
for this
every
episode.
We did it. All right, you're welcome, Kaz. You don't have to listen
He's
to the rest of the
listening like this. Oh, he's fist pumping.
Yes, now I can go on with my life.
Yes. Damn, we're not going to get that retention for this episode from Kaz. We'll bring it up later again. No, that's awesome. We just both got back from...
You had a super long trip, man.
Yeah, we just both came back from Denver. I don't know why it was so hard for me to think about that. But yeah, I was out there for 10 days. Hung out with Ryan. You flew out for a few days. Did a bunch of mountain biking, catching up. We had a lot of plans to record podcast stuff in the Western U.S., but it didn't work out because of the... it turns out, I know I mentioned this in the last episode, but trying to do stuff during July 4th.
Oh man,
It's not easy. And you were kind enough to let me use a buddy pass. And yeah, it was just way too hard to line it up.
Yeah, it was kind of a bummer everything fell through, but of course it's like, bro, what were we thinking?
Yeah, what
Rookie
were we
move,
expecting?
man. Like, oh, the like national holiday that celebrates the entire country, and we're gonna try to travel.
Whole ass country.
Yeah,
Frick, yeah, I know.
ding dongs.
Yeah, we'll get back after it. We were going to go to Salt Lake. We were going to go to Vancouver, but
Yeah.
we got some other stuff cooking up. So hopefully we can knock that out.
Dude, okay, I'm gonna throw this out there, and I know I kind of mentioned it. Once the whole Vancouver trip fell through, it was kind of like, well, man, like, what are we gonna do? And I threw this whole van trip out at you.
Yeah.
And we talked about doing it last year. I ended up going by myself, but dude, I think it'd be so cool to fly into San Diego, rent like one of those cool like vans, and just do a couple days out there, go surfing.
Dude, let's do it. I have an idea that I will mention off air.
Wow, he doesn't even want to say it on the camera to
it's
the
just
microphone.
Like, it's just us
to the
nerding out
world.
over like thoughts and ideas and you know, maybe doing a content trade with someone, because we do that with, you know, hotels and brands, and we do branded stuff all over. I guess all over the country.
Dude, you're already giving away too many
now.
details, man. You can't be. You said you weren't going to say it, and now you're saying it.
Well, we'll save some details, but yeah, we definitely need to do a van trip. We need to do a surf trip. We need to hang out in the mountains. And you know what else? I need to take you. Still need to show you Jackson, Wyoming.
You've been hyping this place up for a very long time, and obviously getting into snowboard recently. You had mentioned your whole goal is just to get me good enough at snowboarding to go out there and
To be comfortable at Jackson Hole.
Yeah,
Dude, one day I'm going to get you there. But even in the summer, man, camping up there, it's usually, you know, anywhere in the mountains, you're looking at cooler temps than Denver, per se, or definitely cooler than here and drier. But man, when it's the middle of summer and you're camping and it's 55, 60 at night, oh, it's just right. It's just right to be chilly when you're camping, man.
dude.
Especially
I don't remember
in
the
a
last
van.
time I even went camping. That's the other thing. I might have even been a kid.
That's okay. If you're van camping, you went van camping last year. Same thing.
No, it's not van camping when you're literally in the city,
Yeah,
and it's just like, oh,
where
I'm just
did
gonna
you
pull
stay?
over and like crash.
Yeah, where did you
I just had to
stay?
find random places to just like pull up and crash in the back of the van. Because okay, look, I looked up a bunch of spots and I thought I found some really cool places like right next to the beach.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that they were only available during the day, and then at night they all close and shut down, and they kick everybody out. So I was kind of just like SOL. It was a big learning experience for me because I had never done anything like that before.
Yep.
But yeah, I found a couple spots to just crash for the night and just kind of adventured around Southern California. Ended up going surfing. I bought a wetsuit. So like, oh man, it's like just going into my closet and seeing this wetsuit in there. It's motivate, which is why I bought it. Cause it's like, man, it's motivation to kind of get out and, you know, do these things that I really want to do.
Every time I visit my mom in Dallas, I have two foamies. Hopefully no one that's a legit surfer hears this, but I have two foamies. And I got a 7 foot and a 6'6". They're catch surf ones. Me and my buddies, we didn't surf enough to get, you know, great at it, but the foamies are like really fun because you can get all sorts of sizes. I only have two. My buddy Mike has like a 54-inch special, I think it was called. So it's a crazy short board, or maybe it's like a 56 special or something. Either way, it's like you can get any size for, at this time it was probably $350 for like a sick foamy. But the cool thing is like, you don't have to worry about them. And we're traveling 16 hours. We're throwing them in the back of the cars. We don't want to have to worry about them. So foamies to us were always, they were always like the perfect board because you can mess them up. They're forgiving when you're learning how to ride a shorter board.
Say, like, that's nice.
So that's a really nice thing because they're a lot more buoyant. So yeah, they were just perfect. But yeah, so I have them just hanging in my mom's. I have like a nice stand. They're nice.
Every time you go over there, you send me a picture, and I'm like,
when are we going? Yep. And then hanging under them is my wetsuit on a nice little hanger. And yeah.
Imagine if that was here. Like, you imagine if that whole setup was hanging here in the room with us right now, and it's every time we sit down to do a podcast, it's like, oh yeah, surfing.
Should I do that? Should I bring one up?
You know what?
That would suck actually if they were here. We're even further from water, like waves. That's the thing is like I have some friends that live in Florida or are from Florida and they surf in the winter or whatever, or they did growing up. Some friends that live here, some friends that are from Charleston, and I just don't believe them.
Don't believe them what?
That they have waves. I don't believe it. In my heart, California. Listen, I am the last guy that will like defend California, but geographically, California is amazing. But I don't know. To me, it's like I go to California to surf.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the obvious spot. Finding cool spots outside of California would be sweet. I've tried to surf in Florida on the ocean side. And
Have you?
Yeah, me and my buddy Alex went out there and tried to go surfing, and it wasn't great, but obviously different times of year are better. Actually, planning our Europe trip and everything like that, I keep trying to look at different spots in Europe. And again, it's a very seasonal thing. Our Vancouver trip, I was looking at...
Tofino?
Yes, dude.
Yes, sir.
And dude, it's kind of messed up because the time that we were going to go is perfect. Kind of like beginner intermediate, which is like right up our alley.
Yeah, of course.
But I will say going out to Long Island with Alan.
I forgot you did that.
Yeah, that was another thing that I did last year. I went out, flew up to New York. Alex picked me up, or not Alex, Alan.
Who's Alex?
Getting all these A names mixed up. No, but Alan picked me up from LaGuardia, hung out at his place for a little bit. I ended up renting a little hotel down the road from his place. We drove out to Long Island. Got some lessons from this super stereotypical surf bro who like had some girl from, I forget where this girl was from. She didn't even speak English.
Didn't you say she's from Romania or something?
I want to
like
say
that?
it was like somewhere in France or
Okay.
I don't remember. But it was just so funny because she like I said, barely spoke any English. She's just like, oh, he'll be right back. We were like, I don't know where this guy is, but yeah, I went out and did some surfing lessons out there, and it was kind of the most random thing because like you're just outside of the city. You wouldn't expect there to be a beach, let alone somewhere to surf.
Yeah. Wow, damn. Was your surf instructor Hunter?
He might as well have been, honestly. No, okay, it wasn't because this guy was way more calm and mellow than Hunter. Hunter gets a little rubbed up.
That's perfect. Yeah. So I mean, damn. We got a lot of stuff we got to figure out.
We got a lot of
Surf
stuff to
trips.
figure-
We have a
yeah.
Europe trip. Hey, you know what? While we're catching up, I feel like this is still the intro, even though we're 13 minutes in. While we're catching up, we're also in the midst of planning our Europe trip and getting that dialed in. Planning
Yeah.
on leaving the 6th of September.
September, yeah.
What you got? What's your thoughts on that?
Man, okay.
Where's your head at?
I had a moment today while I was at work, and I forget the exact situation. I think I was stepping outside to go work a flight or something like that, and I caught that feeling of like, oh, it's happening soon. And I kind of got flooded with the memories of our last trip and getting
Yeah.
excited about having moments like that again, and just kind of like just going out into Europe and just taking each moment as it comes. And dude, I started getting excited.
I know, dude. Honestly, I had this like weird moment, I think this morning or even last night. I was kind of thinking about it and almost in a sad way. Like, I wonder if this Europe trip will be as good as the last one way.
Ooh, okay.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's just because I've been on enough trips to where it's like you go the first time, there's all these magic moments. And I'm not saying to Europe or whatever, but you go on like a sick bike trip or you go on a sick camping trip and everything works out perfectly. It's all great. And our last trip worked out. I know we've mentioned this a lot too, but it worked out so well. It was
Dude,
perfect.
right.
Everything went perfect. Nothing from transportation to lodging to
Dude, even weather.
like even our train ride, like
Yeah.
there was no delays on
Yep.
anything. And yeah, the weather was perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to put bad energy out into the world by any means, because especially after our mindset episode where you
Gotta plant
you get
those
what you
seeds,
give.
dude.
Yeah. But in my head I was like, oh, we got to make sure it's perfect again.
Okay, but see, like going back to that, it's going to be its own totally separate thing. So going back to managing expectations, Jason,
Yep.
you just have to expect it to be just another Europe trip.
It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. I know it is. I think it's a lot of it will come from preparation too, which we haven't fully dove into yet. And I think that's where a lot of it comes from.
Again, dude. Like our lack of preparation last time ended up working out great, like you said.
But we prepared a lot last time. We just had such a small amount of time to do it that it was like so rapid.
Yeah.
We had 2 weeks to completely, or we had like 4 weeks from the idea till the day we left. But I think it had to happen so quick that now we're like, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, right.
So I think once we have hotels, once we have transportation within Europe, it'll feel a little bit more real.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think that moment that I had this morning might have been because we finally did buy tickets. And I know, man, it's like Ryan's been just jumping down our throat about buying a ticket. And he's just been so hyped for like months now.
He's buzzing.
And, finally kind of coming around to it. But I thought about that too, actually. I'm like, I wonder if Ryan has been feeling this feeling the whole time of like getting this excitement. And, I'm just now starting to kind of like get in the same headspace. Yeah,
I'm stoked. I know he needs a vacation, He's been cooped up in Colorado working his booty off. So
yeah, right.
It's going to be good, man. I'm really excited. I'm excited to do pods too. This is a whole new, chapter.
Adding a whole nother layer to it.
Yep.
And being able to do podcasts in different countries and just kind of catching up on the trip they're having. And like also having Ryan there with us, who's going to throw a little wild card into the mix.
Oh, I hope you think we'll get him on here? Ryan, if you're listening, you better start preparing that voice, man. We're going to get you on the KIFCAST. We're going to get him.
Imagine he just like sits there and he's the most quiet mouse ever, just sitting there like, yep. No.
He might be.
Yep. That was pretty good. Yep.
He might be. Nah, Ryan would be so good.
No, dude, he's literally like all personality. He's gonna erupt and just be like the best thing ever.
Yeah, I'm stoked. If anyone watching this seriously has any people in Europe, anyone that we should do a podcast with, that you think we should do a podcast with, you should definitely drop a comment or message us.
So sick.
Yeah, or if you're in Europe and you want to do one and you're in Amsterdam, Switzerland, we're flying into Geneva and staying in Zermatt. I believe we're doing Barcelona, and we haven't decided on the last stop, but Munich or Berlin kind of seem like the moves. I know. Listen, we don't get a lot of viewers, we don't get a lot of listeners yet, but if you do have someone in mind, please, I would love to reach out to someone.
That would be so
people
sick.
All over.
You know what? Okay, I just had a crazy thought. We should get tattoos.
Yep.
And we should do a pod with a tattoo artist.
Dude, pod while we're getting tattoos.
Oh!
Wireless mic setup?
Wireless mic setup in the tattoo shop while we're getting tattoos.
Yeah, we're doing it.
And we just mic up the tattoo artists and they're just like, these guys are idiots. Trying to stay focused and we're just like giggling around being ding dongs.
We would be. We definitely would be. No, that's happening this year for sure. I'm actually a little bit bummed we didn't last year. We don't have anything on our bodies.
We kind of joked about it. It was every time we went somewhere, we saw a tattoo shop, we were like, we should get tattoos. And then we just never did.
I think a lot of it came down to like, we could spend our time getting tattoos or we could go do other things.
Yeah, I mean, time and money on a trip is usually pretty tight, and it's either explore the city you're in and spend it on experiences within that city, or like just go get a tattoo.
Yeah, exactly. But no, this time we definitely should get at least one.
Yeah,
something to. I know we talked about getting a Swedish meatball last time with like a flag sticking out of it.
Like how they had it from the meatball place that we went. Meatball for the people.
Exactly. But like imagine a little like gross like shitty circle, and then you have like a Swedish flag coming out of it.
With no context whatsoever.
No, just a Swedish flag.
They're like, dang, is that the moon conquered by Sweden? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah, actually.
They were the first ones to go. They brought IKEA with them.
Yeah, did you just
what else is new, dude? What do you got going on? What's new in the pipeline? You been vlogging?
I have not been vlogging. So the last vlog I did was in Toronto. I'm kind of trying to build out this kind of studio space at home. I got some lights. I know you saw the lights when we were FaceTiming the other day.
It looks really good, by the way.
I'm kind of excited about it.
It looks amazing.
It's one of those things where I'm pumped about it. I got it set up. I kind of got it in a situation where I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to do a video now. And then it's like, well, I don't really have time to like do a full video yet, but Yeah, trying to get back into the whole review space, which is kind of how things started for me in YouTube and everything like that. Man, like been jumping on the ice with a really fun group of pros that are in town here for the summer. And I know we had talked about this before too, but over the summer, I've been really trying to take a break from hockey and just kind of reset, step away from hockey for a minute and let the body kind of recharge too. But here I am playing
More hockey now than you were.
No, it's not more than I was before. It
Probably 5 times more. Playing twice a day.
yeah, like literally every day.
During the camp, weren't you playing twice a day? Or
I did do that one camp that was literally 2 ice times back to back for 5 days straight, and that was the dumbest thing. It wasn't dumb.
You were
was
in
like
zombie mode.
dude, like I can't do 2 hours of hockey straight. Okay, you know what? Actually, I was talking to somebody about this today, and I don't know if it's an age thing where it's like, man, I just can't play 2 hours of hockey, whereas when I was younger, I could play for like 5 hours straight.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an age thing where it's like, man, I can't keep up, or if just the way that I play now, where I put so much more like effort and energy into it, where I'm playing a little more legit than I was when I was younger, where I was just kind of goofing around.
Yeah.
I don't know if that kind of plays into it too. Like,
That's a good, that's a really good kind of outlook on it, because I think a lot of people would just easily attribute it to like getting old.
yeah,
And they
right.
write it off as that and they keep on keeping on with it. But
Yeah.
no, that's a cool way of looking at it. Yeah, you definitely put, it's interesting like to relate it to bike riding again, just like I always do or always try to is like you go to the park and a chill session once you get to a certain point of bike riding is a lot different than like a heavy session 5 years before that. Like 5 years ago I was learning this trick. Now I just toss it randomly and it's quick and easy. So yeah, I guess too.
Okay, yes, that kind of definitely translates, at least to my experience that I had at that camp, where it's like I'm definitely trying to do everything a little more legit. I'm definitely trying to work on like specific skating skills and making sure I'm doing them right, but also realizing that it's a marathon situation. And I took so many shots. I saw so many pucks. Took a bunch of pucks to the face, which is usually kind of funny at first, and then it's like, hey, enough pucks to my face, please.
Yeah. Okay, guys, listen.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, that thing kind of knocked it out of me. But it was also kind of a good thing too, especially now that we're jumping into this this group that we're on the ice with, and I'm feeling great.
Good.
Yeah,
That's sick. Yeah, no, yeah, like I said, I didn't even put that into perspective until like right now. So probably maybe didn't make sense, but it's kind of funny thinking about how much you put into like learning a new skill when you're younger. You're like, man, I put so much energy into it. Like just trying and trying and trying. And you finally get it right and you're like, whew, big deep breath. But then 5 years later, it's second nature. Every movement you become one with like your hockey gear, or in my case, your bike gear. So you just start casually throwing stuff or casually doing stuff. So yeah, no, that's interesting.
I mean, I know we had talked about flow state before, but I mean, you obviously getting pretty big into mountain biking now, which you did a ton of when you were in Denver this last.
Yeah,
Dude, you were out there for a while.
Yeah, to 10, 12 days total with the drive out and drive back, which was heavy. It was way harder this time than it was the first time I did it.
You do a lot of those drives, like those big long ones.
Yeah, when I lived in Denver, every time we'd go to, or not every time, but I would say like majority, I don't know, 80%, 90% of the times we would go to California, we'd drive, and that was 15, 16 hours, but I never did it completely alone. It was always with a buddy or, always with a friend or something. So last year when I drove out to Denver, it was so easy. I breezed through. I think I was just excited and I was just white knuckle, like, yeah, let's go. Me and Ryan at the restaurant, like a couple hours before I got into town. I was like, hey, I'm feeling great. Let's go get food. Met him at a restaurant. This year I was dragging ass, boy.
Of course, dude. That
It was tough.
Takes a toll on you.
Yeah, 16 hours.
Yeah. Okay. That kind of sounds like my drive from New York to Nashville after getting back from Europe. But yeah, it's like I said, of course, you're like zonked.
Yeah, zonked in. Luckily, you like I mean, it's only an hour, but luckily you do gain that hour when you go that way.
Yeah, right, true.
When you come back, you drive 16 hours and you lose another hour. So I don't know. It just is so late. I drove that straight through. Got in at like 1:30 a.m. By the time I got unloaded, and because I had enough stuff in my car that was the podcast gear, the camera gear, my laptop. I had my mountain bike. So I was like, I can't just go and pull into a garage and go to sleep. I have to like unload most of my car. But yeah, all that aside, Denver was great. The weather was amazing. The night I got in, it was like 73 out. I got on my car and it's crisp, it's like a nice dry air. So 73 out there feels like 55 here. Nah, not that cool, but like, I just feel so nice. Got on my car and I just, big deep breath. This is nice. This is real nice. Living. This is living. So yeah, a lot of mountain biking out there. I didn't even take my BMX, just took my mountain bike.
Okay, wait. When's the last time you even busted out your BMX bike?
I busted out probably like, I went to the skate park here probably like a month ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll casually just cruise over, but I'm always like, I'm going to go and I'm going to film stuff. And then I get there and I'm like, it's just hard to like, that's like BMX, especially, I want to say the last couple of years I was riding like a lot. It was like a social thing.
Yeah.
To go back to what I was saying earlier, I guess to the opposite of that, it's like you get to a point with it where, of course I still love it and I love all my friends that do it and love the culture and everything, but it kind of becomes a thing you do just to be around those people, not necessarily like learn new tricks and be insane at it or anything. But so it's hard to go and be excited and film yourself and be like, I'm going to try a new trick. Cause there's also the aspect of like, what if I get hurt and I'm here alone and like, I don't know. There's just a lot of freaky stuff. So then after my last really bad injury in Colorado, I was like, I just don't want to deal with this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to mountain biking is arguably just as bad, if not gnarlier, but I'm so bad at mountain biking. Like my skill level is, really? I go slow. I'm like a grandpa. So, I get on the BMX. I'm like, I wonder if I can still do this. So.
I mean, we had kind of talked that before a long time ago. I remember we kind of mentioned, riding BMX and you take that heavy fall and it's just like, it takes you so long to recover and it's just such a bummer before you can finally start riding again.
Yep.
So I'm sure after a while, it just kind of takes its toll.
Yeah. You just get to at least I did. Oh, I just bit my tongue. At least I got to a point where, it just was a thing in your head, like a scale, right? Is it worth doing this and being hurt? And I don't know. It's a mental game for sure. Just as much mental as it is physical, if not more,
Oh yeah.
In some degrees. So yeah. Hey
bro, but are you keeping it fun?
I'm kiffing. Are you kiffing?
Bro, I stay kiffing.
Should we go back to Denver and you're going this weekend. Should we go back the next weekend too?
Just the amount of trips taken to Denver already
this year.
Just like, yeah.
How many times have you been to Denver this year?
This year? Dude.
6, 7, 8?
If we want to go back to that first trip to Breck for the global goaltending retreat.
I'm talking just 2023.
Oh, just in this calendar year?
Yep. Oh, actually, we can maybe even include right before Christmas because you and me went out.
Yeah.
Just before Christmas.
Right. We went to Copper.
So we'll cut it like December until now.
Dude, a good like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 times.
Yeah. We've been out, I think 4 together.
Yeah. There was that one time where we just went out to Denver just to hang out with Ryan for a minute.
Yeah.
I just popped in. You were there for like the weekend or something like that. I was like, yeah, cool. I'll just pop in. I literally flew in, hung out for the day, crashed, flew out the next day.
Yep. It'd be like that.
It'd be like that. I'm such a sucker for like little trips like that. Just pop in. Hey, what's up? I'm going to fly back out the next night or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, the fact that you're able to do it too is such a, I don't know, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Easy. Denver's not, God, I have an itchy nose. Sorry guys, I'm picking my nose right now. Denver's not even like an easy flight either. I mean, it's an easy flight, but it's still 2.5 hours, right?
Yeah.
From Nashville?
If you catch that nonstop. And then of course, being an employee, if it comes down to it, I sit with the flight attendants. It's, riding jump seat.
Oh, yeah, you did that last time.
Yeah, you do what you got to do, but it's just not
4th of July weekend, you
Not
sat jump seat,
ideal.
right?
Oh man, just trying to get out there that weekend was brutal. But yeah, I ended up flying jump seat, and it's, you know, it's like you meet these flight attendants and everything, and you know they're nice enough people and everything, and but it's kind of an inconvenience for them because you're kind of in their way, and also it's not a very comfortable seat, and you know you're not allowed to like take naps. You're not allowed to really listen to music. You're not really allowed to do much of anything because technically, I mean, you're an employee who, I mean, you're not working, but you know, you're still an employee there.
Yeah, you're representing the company to some degree.
You want to
Yeah,
be some like dude who's just sleeping the whole way.
he's just snoozing on them, just falling over into the lavatory. No, that's awesome. I think we should probably go back, go see Rye Dog, do a little. We need to get redemption on camping.
We need redemption on camping. Definitely, like I said, it's been a very long time since I've been camping. There's how many people out there that we should be podcasting with but haven't?
All of them. We need to. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put this on record right now.
Whoa.
Phil. We need to get Phil.
The thrill.
Yeah, we need to get Phil. He's a stoke machine. Our buddy Phil, he's a photographer. He does video stuff, does web stuff. But he's a stoke machine.
Yeah.
So we need to get him on the pod. And next time we're in Denver, we're doing it.
Dude, so
on the record.
Well, yeah, I mean last time, no, it wasn't even the last time. Well, last time we went snowboarding, Phil was out there. It was cool seeing him out there because I just met him 1 or 2 trips before that.
For sure.
And like hanging out with him.
Yep.
Like such an awesome dude. It'd be so fun to have on the pod.
Yeah, him. I don't even know who. I'm trying to think of like other people we need to have on the pod. Got any goldies out there?
Oh, dude, we should do what's his name? Tony Hawk.
I was so not expecting that.
You really thought I had like something.
I was like, damn, he's got
a
big boy coming.
Oh, big.
He got a big boy coming. He got a freaking Marlin on the hook, bro.
Oh, man.
Damn. Okay, yeah, I was not expecting Tony Hawk. Hey, listen, Tony Hawk, if you see this, please be on our podcast.
He just pops in for a sec. He's like, hey, I'm Tony Hawk.
Dude,
You're like, yo.
You're like, yo, what are you doing in Nashville, bud? I'd let him sit on my lap. If he needs a...
Yeah, would you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's not much space in here.
I think a lot of people would say I would let him sit in my chair, but I love that you're just like, no, this is my chair and I'm sitting here and he gets to sit on my lap.
Yeah, he can use a wireless mic. we have 4 mics. I don't know why I said that. We need to do one with Bobby. We need to do one with James. We got a whole bunch of people, but the reality of it is we need to just freaking get down to business and reach out to them and get it done.
Let's get down to KIF.
Some cool outdoorsy people. But yeah, hey, you know what? I know this episode's kind of just been the boys catching up on air. And also, if you have made it this far, 35 minutes in, whatever, I think that's what it says. 35 minutes in. I appreciate you as always. But
yes.
Yeah. I don't.
Much appreciation, always.
We didn't have a direction for this episode, but
yeah, honestly, if you just like hung out with us this whole time, you're super cool.
I forgot what I put on the TikTok page, but I think what I put was your new favorite podcast, probably. Yeah. So it's also the world's greatest hang, which literally, I know I stole that from Flagrant, but this is the world's greatest hang.
Nobody even knows who they are.
Yeah. We have more followers.
We have more
followers.
Yeah, we for sure.
We have more followers. Dude, if you go back out, you're not taking your hockey gear this time, are you?
No.
Would you next time?
Probably.
Do you want to play hockey out there again?
That's the thing. It's like, man, like summer, I'm trying to separate fun time from hockey time.
Yeah.
Combining the two is obviously ideal, but it just would be nice to just kind of like have a little separation over summer before just diving into it super heavy once the season comes around.
Yeah. Are you getting excited for it?
It's still not even really on my radar. The fact that I'm kind of skating with these guys a little bit is getting me fired up about practicing with these guys, because I really love just skating with guys that play pro and play at that level, and they're just good dudes, and just kind of a fun environment to be in. So that's kind of where my mind is at with that. So as far as the season starting, it's really just kind of so far out that it's not even on my radar.
Yeah. And the Preds, I mean, dude, the Preds have a whole freaking new team.
Dude, it's like whole new everything.
New players, new
GM, new coach, new players, new. Yeah, they're really doing it.
They're rebuilding.
Yeah.
Some would say they're rebuilding.
Yeah, right.
What do you think predictions for the Preds for 2023-2024 season? That's a trip to say, honestly, out loud. But if you had just a light one, it doesn't have to be anything serious.
Dude, I'm just kind of hoping that with all this fresh new everything, we see just like a whole new identity from the team. Just a nice refreshed like I said, identity.
Yeah, a lot of young guns, right? So that'll bring some energy,
guys,
hopefully.
Some kind of some veteran guys too. Like it's really cool to see a guy like Ryan O'Reilly coming to Nashville, it's exciting. Like he's a pretty big name guy. Won a cup in St. Louis. His brother Cal O'Reilly plays in the AHL. He used to live here in Nashville, and he's one of the guys that I would skate with over the summers. And the guy was sick. Like,
oh, that's so perfect.
Big lake guy too.
Lake guy?
Yeah.
Like jet skis and boats or what?
Oh yeah, he was like a big like wake surf guy.
I didn't.
And like, dude, talking to the guy, he's just kind of that super chill, like he's just kind of a super chill lake guy.
Is that Hunter?
Big Hunter. Did he just slide a note under the door?
Hunter.
Wait, that's not even a note. That's a drawing.
No Is that a chicken? What? Is that a drawing of a chicken?
Hold on. Let me grab it real quick. I'll be right back.
Can you hold that in front of the camera?
What even is this? Oh, I think it's a.
Is it a chicken? Beer? The boys are going to get chicken and beers, and they slid a note under the door. This is amazing.
Chicken plus beers. Actually, that's not a bad drawing.
It's a great drawing.
I don't know if I can draw a chicken like that.
Is that, you think that's a beer or a soda?
For sure, it's a beer.
It's definitely a beer for sure. I know these guys. Yeah, might have to go do that after. Hey, we'll meet you there. Maybe. Hey guys, I'm back. That's sick though. Yeah, no, it is exciting to see. Not to get on a severe hockey talk for sure, but it is hockey talk. Honky tonk. For some reason in my head I said honky tonk. Not to get on like heavy hockey talk, but that is exciting. A nice young team. Hopefully there's a lot of energy behind it. Obviously fan support here in Nashville is nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is exciting. It's gonna be weird though going to games and being like, where's this guy? Where's this guy? Where's this guy?
Oh yeah, dude. It's gonna be a whole fresh new roster, and it'll be cool to kind of see these new guys come into Nashville and see, you know, what role they fall into, and kind of get to see these new guys play the game.
Play hockey ball. Sick, man. Any other travels coming up?
Well, I'm probably going to be going out to Maine at some point. Ooh. Up at the old family beach house up there in Wells Beach.
That'd be awesome.
My grandma, she's 90 years old. She's an absolute champion of a human, absolute sweetheart. She cracks me up, man. But you know, she's been saying for the last few years, like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to go to the beach house. And it's like, Grandma, whatever. You're going to the beach house. You're going to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be cool to go up there, hang out on the beach, hang out with some family, just kind of just chill out, honestly. It's funny because my dad's like, yeah, you can come up here and go surfing. And I'm like, I don't know, I haven't seen any actual surfing out there.
Is there surf up there?
Apparently in the winter, there's really good surf.
I was going to say, I know in the winter in the Northeast and like maybe the fall, but in August?
Yeah, no. I know last year there was a point where him and I were joking about me going out there. He's like, oh, maybe we'll just go up to the beach house. I'm like, maybe we'll go up there and I can go surfing.
Dude, you should have went up when you went snowboarding last year.
Dude, like, yes. Like, my huge, just most epic day ever. I still want to make that happen. And that crossed my mind. And there was a second where I thought, man, okay, maybe I can go out here, go surfing, go snowboarding, and then we can go catch like some sort of hockey game or something like that. Like,
dude. Should we do that this winter? Should we commit to a Big Bear surfing in goals game?
Yes, dude. Literally, like I don't even have words to like say right now about how like that is Dustin's biggest day ever.
We'll camp or get an Airbnb in Big Bear. Ride for 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
yeah. And then we'll cruise down. Yeah. Ride in Encinitas or something.
Yeah, you mean it?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I could probably cry right now.
I wonder what the best beach like from Big Bear. I wonder. I'm sure so many people do that, of course, but I wonder what the mission is, or like what the spots you hit are for sure. Mountain High would probably be closer. I don't know if that'd be closer to LA or San Diego, but that'd be perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I would bring my gear because the whole part of that whole epic day is playing hockey. It'd be fun to go to a game and watch a game,
dude.
But it's of course, talking about it, it sounds like such a really fun, awesome thing. But the physical exertion, I'm going to be an absolute shell of a human afterwards, which I think is kind of part of it, because it's like going to bed after a day like that is just like, I did it.
Sleep like a damn champion.
Yes, absolutely. Just complete shutdown. Maybe I'll even sleep for a whole 24 hours and it'll just be the best sleep I've ever got.
Dude, yeah. Honestly, yeah, I think you could do it all and go to a game, because you could, I mean, surf, you could get a surf in an hour or two.
That's the thing. It would have to be kind of shortened everything else. Yep. Trying to time everything right with being in California.
Go to a Kings game or something.
Dude, yes.
Frick, we might have to do that. I was thinking Gulls, but honestly, LA would be cool.
Yeah.
You went to an LA game this last one, right?
Yeah. I went out there. When did I go out there? That was on that same surf trip when I rented that van.
Yeah.
Which again was just kind of like a fun experiment thing, driving out there, flying out there and renting that van, driving up, surfing, going to LA Kings game, just a couple days too. Like, it was great.
Quick and easy. Let's do it, man. Let's make it happen. We have to make the van pod happen too. I know we've talked about that a million times, but that for sure needs to happen, because that would be super sick. Just door open, a couple of boys in a freaking van.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. Cool. Well, do you have anything else to say today? Anything else you want to catch up on?
Today?
Right now?
Today? No.
All right. Well, then in that case, that concludes this week's KIFCAST episode. You know what? One day, maybe next week, I kind of want to dive into like some fun random news stories. I think we should do that. Not like political or anything crazy, but let's just like rip some stuff apart on the internet. Let's just be those guys.
Yeah.
Like, I think the best, listen, I'm not trying to pick fun of anyone like dying or anything. Even saying that out loud. I'm glad I'm prefacing it with that.
I wouldn't do that.
I'm glad I'm prefacing it so it sounds like it.
Next episode of KIFCAST.
I really got you hooked now. But like, man, I just think about the submarine story that happened a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
I really missed an opportunity. That would have been a fun one to at least like chat about and share our thoughts on it.
Dude, just the internet taking over a situation again and just really just ripping something apart. That was like,
there was a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff, yeah.
We should have capitalized on that.
Yeah,
by capitalized, I just mean talk about it.
That actually ended up bringing up this conspiracy theory that I ended up, I don't know, stumbling upon on the internet.
Was it the Titanic one?
It was about, the Titanic itself and how it was swapped out with another boat.
The sister ship?
The sister ship.
Yeah, dude.
And the people on the boat were actually like, I forget the person who owned it. I don't know. I forget all the details because I have terrible memory. But yeah, apparently there's some crazy conspiracy theory with the whole thing and how it was not the actual Titanic that sank, but it's a sister ship.
And it was insurance money?
Yes.
Insane.
And apparently people that were on the boat were competitors of this other person who was supposed to be on the boat, but wasn't there.
Dude.
Didn't make it.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't it crazy that it's...
Missed the boat.
Pun intended. Isn't that crazy that... I don't know, man. The older I get with stuff like that, I hear stuff like that. And the older I get and the more happens in our generation, the more I'm like, how much of history is just freaking folklore tales that people made up? I'm not saying that's for sure like the case. Like maybe, probably everything we know about the Titanic is the truth. Maybe that is just a conspiracy theory, but I'm also like, it wouldn't be that hard for them to come up with a fun story, and 2 generations later, that's the story, because who are we going to question?
Dude, right.
Exactly. Zero people.
Conspiracy theories, you can go off on like kind of fun, what if, and then they kind of get a little dark. Actually, my buddy Sean Glenn, like he loves bringing up this kind of subject where it's like, oh, what is your most believable conspiracy and the most non-believable? And it opens things up, man. Like there's some pretty good stuff that comes out of that conversation. Should
we do a whole episode? Should we put this out there now? Should we do a whole episode on Fun conspiracy theories.
That would be a fun one. Honestly, okay, look.
I have one that really owns
Having
me.
Sean on that episode, he would absolutely just like thrive in that whole thing because that's literally like his life is bringing up subjects like this and just kind of running. Oh man, like absolutely.
We need to have one with Hunter too.
We should do one with Hunter.
Hunt would love it. Hunt would do like the submarine one. He would have. Oh man, we would have had so much fun with the submarine one.
Yeah. Dude, it would be fun to kind of do, like you said, like kind of pick maybe a subject on the internet or even do kind of a fun conspiracy thing, but have something like a Hunter that just comes in as just like a wrecking ball.
Dude, he would be down. I got some conspiracies that I would have fun chatting about.
Okay.
I've never talked about them with like most people, but fuck, dude, it'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
I'm down. Conspiracies. If you guys want to see the KIFCAST goes conspiracy. It's just fun. Yeah, let's just do it. Hopefully make it a little laughy, a little giggly.
Yeah.
Fun. News stories, the submarine one. God, I wish we didn't miss that one. But we did. So
that ship has sailed. I'm fired, dude. I'm firing myself.
Hey, listen, you know what? Thank you for listening to us chat for the last 46 minutes, 47 minutes, whatever this is. We haven't done one in a couple weeks, so I feel like I kind of fell out of my flow a little bit.
No, dude, you still got it. Kid still got it.
Kif still got it.
Kif still got it.
Damn, boy.
Kif still got it.
Hey, when should we put this one out? Should it be Wednesdays or Fridays?
We've been doing Wednesdays.
I feel like we should switch it up.
You know what? That's not up to me to decide.
That's true.
What about the people listening and or watching? How do they feel?
Listen, watch, learn, but also before we leave, obviously I want you to like, comment, subscribe on all the channels, but also this is episode number 10.
Is this 10?
I forgot to mention that at the beginning.
Off with this whole thing and like
we're a decade old. We're a decade old.
We're a whole deck episode old.
We're 11 weeks old. We got to figure that out too. I don't. Should this thing keep being every week? Should it be every 2 weeks? Man, the weekly thing's pretty sick though.
Weekly thing is sick. It does get kind of tough to keep up with.
It is.
And dude, I remember us sitting in the Raleigh Hotel where this whole thing began, and you asked me how often we should post episode, and I said every week, every gosh darn week.
You said every day,
and then I said every day.
You did, dude.
I did say that. Those words did come out of my mouth. But that's okay. I'm having fun with a weekly thing, and you're obviously putting in a ton of work making sure this all happens.
Hey man, it works out. Editing's fun. I know in Europe and stuff, I think it'll be really easy because we'll have so anytime we have downtime, it's like let's freaking do one. Let's chat.
That's basically what we're doing anyway when we're out there.
That's true. Thanks for 10 episodes. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, listening, all the normal stuff. Thanks for listening to us bullshit. And
for 10 episodes.
For 10 episodes. This is awesome. And we'll be back next week. I hope. Maybe we'll have an interview. Maybe we won't. But you'll have to come back and find out. So, love you.
Here's to the next 10.
Dustin. Oh, yeah. I'm Jason, and this is Dustin. This is the KIFCAST. Love you guys. Bye.
Okay, thanks. Love you. Bye-bye.